I welcome you all to this first module, Business Data Analytics using Power BI. So business data analytics using Power BI. So data analytics definitely, but in terms of business, we will talk business. Core business we will be talking. So let's proceed. So in module 1, what all things we are going to see and how we are going to proceed, let's have a look. So we have module 1 divided into two parts. So the first part will talk about the phases of data, wherein we will be talking about hindsight, insight and foresight. So how these three things are taken care of when we talk about data analytics. We will see how decision making is I would say data plays an important role over there in terms of decision making. So decision making is an important integral part of any business, definitely. So how data takes care of that. So we will have a look at that. Qualitative and quantitative data. So how do we interpret? How do we segregate? Because if we don't segregate qualitative and quantitative data, then data analysis becomes a bit difficult. So we will talk about that in part 1. And in part 2, we will be talking about the component of the visual data analysis as well as the pattern. So more we will be talking about the statistical approach, the patterns, and how do we format data, how do we store data. So we'll have some understanding on top of that, and then we will look into descriptive statistics. Very simple, just very simple minor understanding we will take, but we will talk about descriptive statistics. Post which we will see how do we effectively, just an introduction to how do we effectively create data models. So that also we will be talking about. And then finally we will take up a simple activity wherein we will see how linear regression can be used for predictive modeling. So we will do some kind of forecasting by the end of module 2 today. So stay with me as I move ahead with the agenda. Thank you so much. We have been talking about these terms, hindsight, insight and foresight, and often we tend to interrelate, or let's say we don't know how the sequence, how it falls in, and what is the role actually of these three terms in any kind of business. So we say that, okay, I'll just give you a very simple understanding of this. Let's take an example from a doctor's point of view. So suppose a doctor and a patient. So I'm not saying, I don't take it like in terms of a business user as a patient or something like this. I'm just trying to give you an analogy into this. So let's say the first thing when you approach a doctor, what is the first thing that happens? The first thing that the doctor asks, okay, tell me about the symptoms. Tell me about the past. Tell me about the history. So tell me about what has happened. Now, analyzing that particular part is also doctor's profession, definitely. So what happens is that particular analysis in terms of data or business data, if you talk about, we would definitely call it as descriptive analytics. So then what happens is, based on that, so there are some, let's say some tests or some investigations are done along with the patient, let's say, and then there are some predictive analytics given. So you know what? So based on the symptoms, I see that this is what can happen to you. So based on the symptoms, it looks like this is what can happen to you, or what might, good that you came today. So these are the things that, these are the symptoms that you are showing. So this is insight. So you are actually giving insights to the patient. So then what happens is the medication. So now what happens based on all the tests and investigations, and so these are called the measures, right? So based on this, what happens is we look into the next phase, saying that suppose you say that, okay, I give you, so the doctor says that I'm giving you some medications. So medications, what happens is that you say that, okay, this is a prescription that I'm giving and you need to take this. So, I mean, because the business user, or in terms of the patient, if you're talking about in terms of the doctor clinic I'm talking about, so the patient will definitely ask that, okay, how can I avoid this, or how can I achieve this? So if you understand the entire dialogue of the patient and the doctor, so what happens? The patient says that I am suffering from this. The doctor says that the symptoms look like this, and it might go to this stage. So the patient asks, what is the cure? So doctor gives some prescription, some medicines, and then says that, okay, if you take these medicines, if you follow my prescription, then this is going to happen. It would make you feel like this, right? So now consider certain cases. Let's say, first of all, you are suffering from some symptoms or something. So when you consider it from the business perspective, how will you say? So what you will say, that you are facing some challenges. So challenges means sufferings, right? So challenges in your business, and you have lot of data to talk about, but you don't know how to proceed further. So then what happens is that you move to a person or an organization who is into data analysis. This is where data analysis starts. Understanding the past would be the hindsight. Giving you an update would be the insight, and talking about the future. So please remember that foresight cannot happen without hindsight and insight. So until and unless I understand what has happened, and I don't talk about the things that will happen, you cannot forecast the things. You cannot optimize your business. So those things we need to take care of. So definitely, as we move towards from the past to the future, the value increases, difficulty also increases. So now that we know that there are these three phases of data insights, and so we should also know that it plays a very important role in decision making. So the importance of data is always there. It was there, and it will be there till the time we have data, definitely, for definitely different types of businesses. So as per different studies, it is proven that people who are not into data, or people who don't talk with data, they might not be in the business for a long time, right? So it plays a very important role. Now what happens is, how do you do this? I mean, what are the phases that you are going to follow? So throughout this session, throughout this program, we are going to follow all these patterns. So first of all, we will understand what is my objective, what is the mission that I'm going to take with the data. That is the first thing we are going to do. Then we will see how, definitely we have identified the problem. So the next thing is that how we will, so the first would be that where do we find the data to support that or to analyze. And then what happens is you move towards the cleanup of the data. So that is very important. You perform some statistical analysis on top of this data to support your, the inferences that you think it's there within the data that you do. And finally, you draw conclusions. When you draw conclusions, one thing that you need to notice is that conclusions, when you need to share it with others, it has to be in the form of visualizations. And the tool that you are learning right now, that's the right tool as of now to do visualization. And as I told you, 97% of the the Fortune 500 companies uses this particular tool to perform data analysis. So what are we waiting for? So let's take an example of this, data insights. So if you look at the chart, so let's say this is a chart of, some metro areas, metro cities or something, of the cell phone location. So you can see, let's say if you talk about, this is the chart of 2020, let's say. So during I'm talking about the pandemic, the initial phase of pandemic. So it clearly shows that the top 10%, so top 10% is in blue color, if you notice this. So top 10% of the income group, the wealthiest people I'm talking about, and the bottom 10% of that same metro area, same place. So they are showing limited movement. So if you see till March 8, from February 16 to March 8, so the top and the bottom, they have restricted their movement. And if you look at suddenly up to March end, if you talk about the movement have been restricted. I mean, they have gone down. It is less than usual, if you see. So it has impacted how the movement has impacted and how we are looking into data of cell phone to actually present our case. That's how we will be talking about, right? So this is the role of data in making decisions, right? So decision making process. So there are different takeaways. There are several pointers that we put in place when we talk about data insights. But obviously we need to understand the top 10 takeaways, what we call it, the tips, what we call it. So you need to, you need to be careful about the biases that happens during data collection or data churning or data processing. You need to also see that is it solving the questions that you raised during the data collection process or defining the problem actually. And then you see that, okay, whether this is actually leading us to some measurable units in terms of the goals that we have put within this data collection or the data implementation process primarily. Storytelling is an integral part of data insights or visualization. So we will be following and focusing more of data storytelling. Different types of visuals or different types of charts can be used to let's say to view our inferences out of the data. So those things we can see using data storytelling. We need to remember that whenever we talk about data storytelling, we talk about the parts of data. So the first thing, the data interpretation, if you talk about the type of management that happens within the data, the first thing is that we start off with the collection. Then we see what are the different types of analysis that are possible. Then we do the qualitative and the quantitative analysis. So qualitative, basically talking about, let's say, the attributes of the data, and quantitative means you're talking about the facts. And finally, we take decisions based on this actually. This is decision based on the data that are available. Primarily, when we say that we are looking forward to showcasing some of the data insights to the business, we need to take care of three things in particular. The first thing is we need to see whether we have, whenever you talk about qualitative or quantitative analysis, anything that you talk about, so we need to take care of three things. First thing is, do we see any trend in the data? So we make some plots, we make some charts out of the data. There are different charts. We will talk about that in detail in the visualization section. But majorly there are three things. First is the data trend, understanding the trend within the data. Second would be finding the correlation. We will see some activities during this module also to understand the correlation among data. And we will see how to find and eliminate anomalies within the data. So anomalies are nothing but spikes. And just one insight over here, never think that spikes should always be positive. So you just saw one of the chart where the spike was negative also. So it is not mandatory that spike means always a positive number. It could be a down number also. So if you talk about a crash in let's say a market, stock market, then it's a spike downwards. Always remember this, right? This was about the first part of the module. So now we will move on to the next section. So that was it for part 1 of module 1, where we discussed all the inferences in terms of data insights and decision making process that takes place using data. So let's move on to module number 1, part 2.